Confidence is the most important skill in basketball, but it's also the most volatile. It's an invisible skill that can make or break even the most talented players. Confidence isn't just about belief. It's about resilience. It's about navigating the highs and lows of a turbulent season or a series of games. But what happens when it's taken away? And how do the best build it back? And how do NBA scouts identify genuine confidence or confidence deficiencies? Let's talk about it. My name is Anthony Goods, the Stanford gentleman turned NBA scout, and I spend my life evaluating players not just on the court, but what's going on inside their heads. Confidence is everything in this game, and if that resonates with you, then I'm sure you're going to like this video, so please take a second to like and subscribe and continue to support the channel. Before we get too deep with my thoughts on the subject, I think it's always best to hear from the players themselves about how confidence affects them at the highest level.
Your body go through what it's supposed to go through. You get older like me and it won't function as like it's supposed to anymore. But the NBA really don't take your body like that. It takes this.
Yeah, for sure.
And you'll see like guys that can still play in the league. And you like, wait, hold on, man. This dude killing dudes every single day in practice. I'm seeing it. Like Barbosa was still hooping.
Yeah,
like he'd be like, yo, if he win the game one more time. But I know he can still play.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know why he's not still playing. And it's just like, you know, for whatever reasons, like they'll take you out. And so just keeping that in mind,
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And just watching your every single move, because sometimes it's like unwarranted. Like, wait, what happened? Like, and it may be out of your control.
Andre Iguodala said it best. The mental toll of being in and out of a lineup is real. One day you're the hero, and then the next day you're questioning your worth. And all that doubt just creeps into your game.
How have you managed your confidence and then not wavering too much high or low? Because you've had some huge nights, and then we've all had bad nights.
Yeah.
You know, like you and I are kind of saying we can go in and change the game, or we can not go in and change the game.
You're exactly right.
Somebody talks about that, right?
No, that's the truth. And I think definitely my first 2 years, and even the beginning of this year, like I'm still learning. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Because I try to explain to people, you come from being the man all the time. And then you come in and they ask you to do a role, and like you do one thing, a couple things wrong, you out. Like, you know what I mean? Like you start to feel like a bum. Like,
you used to come sit next to me sometimes like, you good, G. It just happened.
And then eventually, I think now I've finally gotten to the point where like bad, good, no matter what, like I know, like you almost got to tell yourself, I'm him. I'm still him. Boom. Yeah. But like, I don't care. Bad or good, I'm good. Like next day. Like my first 2 years though, I used to sit at home and like after bad games and like be miserable. And I'm like, I can't live like this no more. Yeah. So like, it's the thing though. I seen a bunch of players go through it. Like,
yeah, but this dude's miserable is a little bit different. No, because at the end of the day, he say miserable, but this is the same dude pulling Jason and Jaylen Brown for once. Yeah. And you'll be like, all right, bro, you miserable, but you crazy too. But you know what I mean?
Now even Payton Pritchard, a rising star, a sharpshooter, this aggressive bulldog of a basketball player admits it. One bad game and he's dealing with thoughts like, am I good enough? That feeling can turn a slump into a spiral if you let it.
Bruh, it's good to be in the league if you playing and if you involved, if they got plans for you, but if they ain't got no plans for you and you ain't involved, just sitting there, that's just draining. It's draining.
Man, be more specific about like some of those emotions or some of those thoughts that you go through, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially you, because again, McDonald's All-American, you know what I'm saying? You go second round, you all ACC, like you have certain thoughts and expectations, like, you know,
I can't put it to no. I was sick. Like, I was sick, bro. Like, I was grinding. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was still grinding. I was still getting my work in every day. My trainers will tell you, like, I get it in every day with no complaint. At my first year, I had Cliff, and he told me straight up, you're going to be a good player, but you won't play this year. And I was just sitting there training every day. But I did believe they believed in me. I knew they believed in me. It's like I had to wait my turn. But my first 2 years was miserable, bro. Like, I didn't want to leave the house. Like, I was doing it, but always in the back of my mind, like, damn, bro, I'm not playing. I don't really even want to be doing nothing. I'm not playing. I'm in front of people. Like, it was just with my confidence, my my head. Like I'm all over the place, bro. I'm miserable. I'm complaining to my mom every day, my dad every day. Like, man, am I not good enough to be in the league? Like, why the fuck am I even here? Like, and then I just had to keep building myself up, keep working, bro.
Imagine coming home after practice frustrated and questioning your future. Dwayne Bacon lived it. I mean, we all lived it. And just because you live it in the NBA doesn't make it any easier. In a lot of ways, it's probably worse just because of all the attention and everything surrounding that lifestyle once you're in the NBA. When you don't play, you don't just lose minutes, you lose pieces of yourself. And at the root of a lot of these confidence issues, whether we recognize it or not, is opportunity or lack of it. Depending on where you get drafted, you're not always going to get to play. Some guys go into great situations where you don't have to look over your shoulder, and you could say that he's confident, but you could also say that nobody's in front of him. Don't get me wrong, production is production, whether you have to look over your shoulder or not. But there's a big difference from that and situations where a player gets drafted into a winning program with a log jam in his position. And now his development is stunted. Because then the front office may be thinking that they misjudged the talent, when in actuality, the talent hasn't had room to grow. Nevertheless, opportunity affects confidence more than anything. And it's hard for one to exist without the other. The NBA is known for stripping your confidence away, especially as a young player. So as a scout, I study confidence just as much as I study talent. It's important to get players in the building that'll ride through the hard times and DNPs and bad games. When I'm scouting a player, I do my homework before I go scout a game. If a player is having a bad stretch of games, then I'm dialed into how he starts the game that I'm watching. Does he stay aggressive? Does he start hesitating? Is he going to pass up shots that he hasn't been passing up prior? Those moments tell me more than stats ever could. But it doesn't stop there. As a scout, intel is probably the most important part of the job. You have to go deeper, and I tend to talk to people that spend the most time around the player when nobody's watching. Coaches, teammates, academic advisors. It's important to ask questions like, how was he the practice after a bad game? How is he after he's missed a few shots? Did you see a change in his demeanor? And then I'm also judging the coach's responses, because sometimes coaches have an agenda too. But usually with this, and if you have enough touch points around the kid, you can kind of get a good sense of how confident this player is. Confidence isn't just what you see in big games. It's how these players carry themselves every day. And if you're trying to make it to the next level, that's exactly what NBA scouts are looking for. So we talked about different ways of how we could lose confidence. So how do we rebuild it? Confidence doesn't just magically appear. It's built. Slowly, purposefully, and it happens before you even step on the court.
The confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before.
Kobe Bryant had one golden rule. Confidence comes from preparation. The hours in the gym, the repetition, the obsession, that's what silences doubt.
You're going to miss wide open layups. You're going to make difficult layups, right? You didn't supposed to make. You're going to make difficult threes. You're going to miss easy threes. Why is your emotions being changed by this? It's normal.
So if you are practicing making shots, you're not just in the gym shooting shots. There's a difference between the outcome, because now your confidence knows that I've been in the gym making shots. So every time I shoot, it's supposed to go in, because that's all I watch when I'm working out.
Even Gilbert Arenas and Rashad McCants broke it down. The work you put in gives you all the confidence that you need. Doubt is always going to have a presence, but you can combat that with work ethic. You can see it in the way someone moves, shoots, or even steps on the floor. Confidence shows up in moments when the game is on the line. It's not about being perfect. It's just about being ready. Every player faces the confidence battle. The highs are intoxicating, and the lows, it can break you if you let it. The key is preparation, self-talk, and resilience. So whether you're a pro or just starting out, ask yourself, what am I doing to protect my confidence? Because in basketball and in life, it's the most important skill that you can't afford to lose. But that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it gave you a new perspective on how NBA scouts see confidence. And hopefully it changed your perspective on some players that maybe didn't have an opportunity, or you maybe thought they weren't as skilled. And really, it was just their confidence that got stripped away. But before we get out of here, if you could please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate all your support, and I'm going to keep some more fire content coming to y'all. So, as always, keep shooting, and I'll keep scouting.